We have with us Russ. Good morning, Russ.
Good morning, Rick.
And a question from Rob. Are we able to learn Manny's methods? I think I might know an answer to that, but what do you say, Russ? Are we able to learn Manny's methods?
You can pretty much learn them, as I have. Manny does have a couple of filters he uses that are proprietary. You may or may not be able to learn those. I kind of halfway think I know them, but I can't be certain that I've got them exactly like he does. But most of his day trading you can learn.
I was thinking about the seminar DVD that Manny has, or maybe that's pretty high level for the people we have on the webinar this morning. But we'll be talking a little more about the First Hour Trading educational course that Manny has developed that has a DVD, a couple audio CDs, and a printed booklet that talks about the First Hour Trading system.
Yeah, he's got virtually everything in there except for his proprietary filters.
Okay. Well, we'll go into more detail of that at the very end of the webinar this morning. Here's a question from Pete. Who sets the rules for the $25,000 for minimum day trade? Who sets the rules for the $25K minimum day trade?
I believe it's the Security and Exchange Commission that sets that. It's not any of the brokers I know. It's a governmental limitation.
If you're just joining us, this is the weekly webinar on the First Hour Trading. We call it First Hour Trading 101. We have on the line Russ in California, who's our subject matter expert for the day. And if you have a question for us, all you have to do is type it into your PC in the question and answer box that's part of the webinar software, and we'll pass that on to Russ. Here's a question from Brian. What charting service do you recommend and use, and what time frame do you use for day trading? So what is the charting service you recommend? Do you use it? And what time frame do you use for day trading?
Actually, I use several different charting services. I use the one with my broker, Scottrade. I use that one very regularly. I use one, bigcharts.com, for looking at the history of the stock. I go back 6 months to a year and look what the price action has been, and then I can click on the news there. If there's any new news, I can look at that and see what might be influencing the stock on that particular day. And then there's a website that Manny gave me that's extremely good, especially if you're going back into previous days. You can get 1 minute charts for last week or the week before. You can get a whole variety of things, and that's www.prophet.com, and Prophet is spelled Prophet.
We have a follow-up question from Hi, and he says, how long have you been following Manny, and what's your percent success rate? How long have you been following Manny? And I don't think he means stalking him. What is your percent success rate?
Yeah, I've been with Manny as a day trader for the last 4 years. Although I took 1 year off and my job was interfering, and I couldn't.
You let your job interfere with day trading? Shame on you.
Unfortunately, yes. I work for the United States government. I have nice job, some good benefits, and it just adds some stability to my life.
Here's an aside from James. He said, Russ, maybe you need to let the new ones know that this month was weak for many, and it will get better. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, well, Manny has a 70% success rate, and on the 30% that he loses, he tries to keep those losses relatively small. Sometimes they're not as small as he'd like them to be. Today, he did a very good job on letting his profits run on the stock, and he took that thing down very nicely. He used the whole hour to go down. That's an ideal situation. Most of the time, the stocks are moving faster, and when they're moving fast, you can get hurt fast, too. But I think that Manny manages his money very nicely. He keeps his emotions out of the play very well, and that's something many of us have a problem doing. The two biggest enemies of a day trader are greed and fear.
This is the weekly webinar for First Hour Trading, and we're about halfway through. We're going to only go half an hour this week, so I know you folks are busy. We would like to ask two quick poll questions, and the first one is this the best day to hold a webinar? Because we want to meet your schedule, and, you know, when you are available is really the time we should be doing this. So if you wouldn't mind clicking, what day is best for you? And we have about 10% have voted now. Right now, Friday is in the lead.
I'm glad
Tuesday.
I'm glad Friday's in the lead because Thursday and Friday is the only days I'm really available.
Well, maybe we should have taken out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday the question.
Well, it'd be interesting to see the answer anyway.
Okay. And the results. Yes. Well, that's good. Most people prefer Friday. Over 82% of you prefer Friday. And the follow-up to that is, what would be the best time to hold the webinar? Right now we're doing it early morning on the West Coast, around lunchtime here on the East Coast, but it could be done in the evening, could be done in the afternoon. So please click your choice as to what you think would be the best time for you personally to attend our webinar.
I am available all day on Friday.
Okay.
Although I like to get it out of the way.
So you work a 4-hour week for Uncle Sam?
No, I work 40-hour week.
40-hour, I meant 4-day week.
Four days, 10 hours a day, yeah.
Yeah, very good. And I'm going to close the poll in 5 seconds. And let's take a look at the results. Yeah, most people, 67% prefer morning, but a fairly strong 17% noon and another 17% evening. Of course, it's all relative to what time zone you're in.
Yeah, hopefully we can take care of those with the people with the recording.
Yeah, that's right. We are recording today's webinar, so we'll be presenting this, I guess, from Naomi's website.